The story of blind Bartimaeus is found in the book of Mark 10, verses 46 to 52. It is a powerful story that teaches us about faith, boldness, and never giving up when we need help from God. And they came to Jericho, and as he went out of Jericho with his disciples and a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging. Mark 10, verse 46. Bartimaeus was a blind man who sat by the roadside in Jericho, begging for help from people passing by. He had no sight, no money, and no power, but he had something special, hope that one day his life could change. And when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, "Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me." Mark 10, verse 47. When Bartimaeus heard that Jesus was passing by, he didn't stay silent. He began to cry out loudly for mercy. He didn't worry about who was watching or what people would think. He believed that Jesus could heal him, and he refused to stay quiet. And many charged him that he should hold his peace. But he cried the more great deal, "Thou son of David, have mercy on me." Mark 10, verse 48. People around him tried to stop him. They told him to keep quiet, but Bartimaeus shouted even louder. His need for Jesus was greater than his fear of people. That is how true faith behaves. It does not give up when things get hard or when others try to silence it. And Jesus stood still and commanded him to be called. And they called the blind man, saying unto him, "Be of good comfort, rise, he calleth thee." Mark 10, verse 49. Jesus heard his cry and stopped. He asked for Bartimaeus to be brought to him. What a beautiful moment. The same crowd that told him to keep quiet was now telling him to cheer up because Jesus was calling him. That's what happens when faith meets God's attention. Everything begins to change. And he, casting away his garment, rose and came to Jesus. Mark 10, verse 50. Bartimaeus didn't waste time. He threw away his beggar's coat and ran to Jesus. That coat may have been his only possession, but he was ready to leave it behind for a new life. This shows how willing he was to trust Jesus completely. And Jesus answered and said unto him, "What wilt thou that I should do unto thee?" The blind man said unto him, "Lord, that I might receive my sight." Mark 10, verse 51. Jesus asked him, "What do you want me to do for you?" Even though Jesus